Hi, this is Teresa Reiner. This is for AEP 858. This is Module 5, My Story. I was a principal and giving my staff a current reality for continuous school improvement. This slide just kind of shows some basic information. School is J. Scheidler Elementary School in Topeka, Kansas. And the biggest thing that I would talk about was that they are recognized as the 17th school out of 656 Kansas elementary schools. And they've won the Governor's Achievement Award 2 times. They're the only school in Shawnee County to receive that award. It recognized schools that met proficiency goals in math and reading and scored in the top 5% statewide on annual state assessments. And that's just an amazing accomplishment. So when we're talking about who we are, I would think that celebrating successes would be something that we'd want to do, and honor teachers for all that they do in that. More in depth of who we are, there's some demographics that we could look at. This is just male and female, and as you can see, every year we're about half and half. Flips back and forth a little bit, but basically half and half. J. Scheidler does not have a great diversity. It shows here the each year the percentages that attend, and again, not a great amount of diversity, though we can look at it as a state comparison, and the entire state of Kansas, there has more diversity than our building, but not a lot. Kansas in itself is not highly diverse. We could look at ELL as well. Here's a building and state comparison for that as well. And building only at 1.86%, whereas in the state of Kansas, about 10%. We could look at the district ACT results, and we only have one high school, so that's why it does not show a building average. District average and building would be the same thing since we just have one high school building. We are above the state averages, but I would point this out as definitely something we could improve on. Being better than state average is nice, but it's still not as good as it could be. And obviously all the classes and the material that the students are learning, we can talk about that, it leads them to high school graduation, leads them to taking the ACT, moving on to higher education, post-secondary, and needing to improve this. The main thing that we would want to talk about in this particular slideshow would be, we were looking at state assessments. And so here is math assessment scores, and broken down in the different levels. And it shows comparison to state and district. So again, higher than state and district, but so much room for improvement, and we could spend a lot of time talking about this. The level 1, which we want to not have at all, is increasing, doubling in fact, and that again is unacceptable. Level 2 has decreased. Level 3 increased. Level 4 stayed about the same. We want to obviously raise this up, and we could talk about how we could go about doing that. Then we have ELA scores, which mirror a lot of the math. Again, level 1 is increasing, level 2 dropping, level 3 increasing, level 4 decreasing. So I would say we would, when we're looking at continuous improvement, we've got places to go. Jay Scheidler is a great school, has great scores when compared to state and district, but you know, never enough to stay where you're at. We need to be improving. In the last module, 2 modules ago, I broke down scores on male and female, and male were consistently lower than females, and I think we could be looking at that as well, and looking at why that's happening. And so we can look at who we are, we can look at how we succeed and where we want to be, how we can get where we want to be, and evaluating our efforts. So thank you.